Hello, and I pray to God that didn't go to the live bit. And let's drone out. Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Drone Out. Tonight we are joined by Andrew / Frank.
Good evening.
Andy RC.
Good evening, everybody.
Jab 1A.
Evening all.
The little dinosaur botherer, Kelsey FBE.
Hi.
We've got Toby Session.
Howdy.
We've got Shane from Drone Is Life.
Evening all.
Did I say that right? Drone Is Life. Yeah. That is your company.
Yeah.
No worries. And these are your pilots.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this is my Tony.
Bonjour. Thank you, Zero FPV, for a $5 donation already. There's your little sparkler. I'm trying not to injure myself.
Again.
And Curry Kitten.
Thanks.
Hello.
Zero.
Everyone's favourite. And I'm Bright Until I Fly. And I have been told to read out this legal disclaimer or they'll hurt me. Any views expressed by any guest on this show are personal and may not reflect the views of the hosts. Please don't hurt me.
Amen.
Or my family.
Have we got to do that every time now? Because of what I done.
We're not talking about it anymore.
That.
Right,
That's
let's
absolutely
move
May
on.
or may not
Right.
happen anymore.
Put the hot dog eating mask on.
No thanks. Andy, that's not pure whiskey you're drinking, is it? There, out of the bottle.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I'm on Tesco's. I'm on
Doom Bar at the moment.
I'm
Whiskey's
on
next week.
Tesco's raspberry thing again.
Lovely.
And I've only just got the notification that we're live. Well done, YouTube.
Nice.
But that does not reflect the views of Let's Drone Out.
Personal opinions. That's all. No one cares.
So
On with the show, Jack.
Literally just come through.
yeah, I know. It's great. So I don't know how this got set up. It just got put into the Google notifications, and I think Frank sent me an invite to say there is live coming on. Will you attend? And I'm like, I never click on those. So how did this happen? I think I'm going to blame
Tony.
Tony, yeah.
You can
Must be
blame
Tony.
me. You can blame me. We got asked by Drone His Life if they can come on the show, and I said yes.
Woo!
Plus, we all met up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
came up. Me and James came up to see Fly with Kelsey.
Right.
And you were both there.
Our intention was to fly the cooling towers and meet you guys there, and I believe there was a technical issue, and we ended up somewhere else for a little bit.
A certain owner of a certain farm.
With
Well,
a shotgun.
I'm being
Yeah.
I'm being very careful with my words, but yes, but we ended up at a quarry instead, didn't we? And yeah, it was pretty cool flying. I put a vid on my channel on that, and then we went to the towers afterwards, and yeah, it's quite daunting flying there. But I'm really close to those towers. Actually, I'm like, actually, if I fly my Mavic up to the legal height of, what is it, 400 feet, I could actually see the cooling towers.
Yeah, sure.
With the Mavic. I promise.
Oh, jealous,
Promise.
jealous. That place is so epic. You could fly for weeks and still find something new each time you went there. It was just so awesome.
Yeah, we've got a local group going now actually here, and but we want to go back in the summer really, because it's too cold to be traipsing across to non-existent fields with even though there's an open gate and everything.
It would look absolutely epic in the snow. If you could get some snow shots of that place, it would be just incredible.
It would be good.
Even though we or you guys couldn't get in on that day, we managed to fly it the evening before on a really Sunday, and we managed to get it a golden hour, which was just Epic.
Bliss. Yeah, I love that place. I could go back there a million times. Never get bored.
Yeah, we flew at Golden Hour. The only problem that I found is I was using a CCD camera, and at Golden Hour, the angle on the towers was like you just went from dark to bright so quickly that when you dived down it, all you saw was just darkness for a little bit, and I found that quite daunting. And like I was getting vertigo looking up, because like, you know, I'm not great with heights anyways, but actually after a couple of flies around it, you get used to it. It stops becoming like the scale of it disappears when you start flying for some reason. I don't know if you guys found that, but
those towers become small when you're looking at them. You're just like you're like this little dot. But when you're flying with them, it's only a couple of seconds from the ground to popping out the top. So they soon become small.
Yeah. I think they're 300 feet in total, I think, which is crazy. And I think, yeah, you managed to get through the little door, didn't you? I saw on your video.
For it, yeah.
I was so gutted about that, because I wanted to do that, but yeah.
We were all too scared of losing and smack. Well, I had a failsafe there on, didn't I? So
was it the fear of crashing, or actually just having a quad hanging off that little door?
Both.
You could never get it back.
Both.
For me, it was the fear of a 25-year-old tower crashing down on me if like a little tiny brick gets dislodged.
Yeah, you've been listening to too much drone hysteria. Drones can knock down towers now.
No.
Let's bring down airplanes.
No. They did a TV series called Drones in Forbidden Zones, and it wasn't what you think. It was taken.
It was Gatwick.
No.
North Korea.
It was taking drones into places where you shouldn't go, and it explained that like all underneath is basically like a swamp, and they could collapse at any minute. And so yeah, after watching that, I was like, perhaps we shouldn't go back to that. It doesn't sound safe, but yeah, no, it was a load of fun though. I'd still go back.
It's all worth it for that GoPro footage.
Yeah, exactly.
And I still haven't been.
Oh, you need to go.
I know.
One day, bud. One day.
We'll have to organise it next summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Or something.
Definitely.
This summer.
Sorry, this summer, of course. Yeah. Well, it's also this summer is also the next summer. Like,
yeah. Has anyone actually flown this year? Hands up, because I haven't.
Today.
Yeah.
Oh, quite a lot of you have. Fair enough.
Yeah, me and James went out Sunday and found an epic place to fit, but I didn't appreciate the amount of walking he made me do to get to it. It was kind of like, we'll park the car here, and he said, it's a cliff that overhangs, so we'll go and find this cliff. And he said, there's a path here. We'll climb over this fence, and there's a path, albeit a muddy path. And every path he took came to an end.
Yeah.
And the next bit, we're climbing over trees that are falling down. We're climbing up walls that have never been touched for God knows how many years. And then 2.5 miles later,
I swear it's just around the corner. The next corner.
But it was epic. Absolutely epic.
Thank you, Win. Win just donated £5 in the chat, so there's your little sparkler. Thank you very much, Win, Dave. There, cheers, mate. Sounds good. I haven't been out because it's just been because I work outside. I just come home from the cold and just think that I don't really want to go back out there.
Nothing to do with you setting light to your thumb, then.
But maybe not. Let's not talk about thumb hole.
To quickly change the subject, I flew an amazing location the other day. What did you point to that?
Nothing.
Tell me, Jack. It was an abandoned military storage facility. So like in America, where you see like these graveyards of like planes and stuff. I found one of them. It wasn't me that found it. It was a couple of my friends. And we went there. That was epic. They got all sorts of military stuff there. It was crazy. Yeah, that was fun.
Lots of gaps. Did you power loop any tanks?
Well, there'll be a video up. The fun thing about it is that
sorry,
I don't run out of sparklers this evening.
I've got a lot. So thank you, MC Creations, just donated £5 for the cause. It says, I want to see Andy RC drinking beer.
No,
that's MC Creations. Thank you, mate.
Don't drink.
Sorry to interrupt.
I haven't got any. I didn't. However, there is a steam railway that goes straight through it, and we got the perfect shot of a steam train coming past whilst we were flying it. So that was pretty epic.
That's quite cool. It's
also got a massive that's still there, not a cooling tower but chimney. So yeah, that was a pretty epic location. And my my friend, I kind of did it, but my friend Pete flew through a helicopter. That he actually like the back end of a helicopter had a gap and a gap through the other side, and he flew through it. So I need to edit the video together. I just haven't had the time. But it's going to be a pretty cool video, I think.
I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to get Toby there, and he needs to go underneath the helicopter, power loop back through the doors of the helicopter, back underneath.
I'll give it a go if you donate the quad.
Yeah.
I've got a light too, because Rob Britton has just give us £7.87, which is a
very specific amount of money.
Yeah, very. So thanks, Rob Britton. There's your sparklers. Thank you very much. And your shout out. Yeah, anything over $5 gets 2. Anything over gets the big firework. I really don't want to light this tonight.
Just point it that
no
way.
one donate anything over because my thumb hurts still from last week.
Was that thumb, Tony?
I said thumb, not bottom.
So, question from me for people who don't know, which may or may not include me, exactly what is Droner's Life? Is it a racing team? Is it something else? It's just a group of guys get together?
Very
Can
good
you
question.
explain? Thank you.
Who's answering this one?
Well, I think we can go
Why
now.
did they nominate the guy with the Droner's Life sign just behind him?
Well, Droner's Life is an online retail shop, so we sell racing drone parts as a kit form and obviously popular brands, but we try to tend to hunt out things that people don't normally stock. So all the rarity stuff is what we aim for. We try to get stuff in the UK that nobody else seems to stock. And yes, I mean the three other guys and ladies that are with me, we put a Droner's Life racing team together. We're hoping that you see most of us this year at qualifying events for nationals. We host events in Plymouth and surrounding areas because we're trying to get something in this area. There tends to be nothing around from sort of Exeter down into Cornwall. So we're trying to do that. We are going to host the first MotoGP in the Southwest this year. So yeah, we're a bit of everything. We like to try and mix it up a bit.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And not a lot of people actually know who we are, shockingly enough. But we do, like I said, we do brands. We sell brands that other people don't, and we've got exclusive rights to them. So you've got Thunder Power batteries that we do. We've got all the Gowie stuff. We've got Dell RC. It's all, I can't say it. Yeah, it's all the rare stuff, but it is generally quite stuff you wouldn't see from your normal suppliers.
And you're all wearing nice Droner's Life hoodies by the looks of it.
Got to be done.
Nice.
Well, there was an official uniform. I bet they had a meeting about that.
We actually yeah.
We do that sometimes, but
No
nobody ever
one wears anything.
It's like everybody wear their tops today, and everybody comes in something different.
Typical.
They all chose different tops. Who's wearing a white one? No one's wearing a white one.
No, I couldn't find mine.
Well, the white one.
It's somewhere. The wife's washing it probably. So,
James has his underneath his other one.
Fully branded. Fully branded.
That's what I said, mate. You want to take one of the sleeves off. So you've got
yeah.
I told you.
A bit of both.
Yeah.
So how'd you find it, Kelsey, hanging out with these hooligans?
It's good, actually. It's kind of fun.
It's all right. She
Yeah.
gets to hang out with the male model HPI guy. Have you seen him lately?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
getting
like-
ripped now. isn't he?
Oh my word! Like it's like blue steel. I'm like, girls, how do you concentrate with that hunk of man? Like, flying about.
Yeah, well, last time we saw you, last video I saw you were flying a beach or somewhere near the sea, weren't you?
Yeah, we were flying we were doing some chase footage on the beach.
Where was that?
Do
Do you have beaches up north?
Yeah, we do.
Why? The weather's awful.
It's actually in New Brighton, the beach. It's just
New Brighton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you said near Brighton.
No.
Okay.
What was wrong with the old one?
I don't know.
The north's a funny place.
Yeah.
So you all entering races this year then?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and go to as many as possible.
Yeah, same.
So we'll see you at Mini Air Show then as a team.
Yes.
Certainly.
Is it team racing this year?
Yeah. That's the plan.
Right. So is this at Popham, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
So what happened to that Hidden Valley place? What happened to races that happened there?
Unfortunately, Hidden Valley got shouted at by the council because the council were being shouted at by local wildlife people who were being shouted at by a dog walker. So
so it's no more.
One person.
No more.
One person ruined it.
Place.
It was.
Yeah. The farmers really, not happy about it because now they've got all loads of issues with people letting their dogs off the lead, all scaring the sheep. We've got vandalism on all the barn buildings and all of that kind of thing.
More acid. Loads of acid parties again.
Yeah, all of this kind of stuff that was kept away when we kept going down there every weekend when it was nice. That's all back. But yeah, you can't really do anything because the planning permission say we'll take your house if you don't go away. So
that's a shame.
Say can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Even his vehicle got stolen and then was involved with a hit and run. So.
It's not fun, unfortunately.
So
but
people are resorting to flying next to Gatwick instead.
Yeah,
great move.
That's what happens when the authorities shut down places where you can fly. People go and do stupid things.
Yeah.
Or they don't, because there's no drones.
No, because we didn't see one.
Yeah,
it's those cranes you got to look out
only
for.
Police drones.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about the Heathrow thing?
I was just going to say, there was the news this week that there's a guy has been prosecuted and fined for flying a Tundra, so it's like a little Cessna with massive tires on, traditional radio controlled kind of plane, and he was flying that in a little park next to Heathrow on Christmas Eve. Police, obviously this was days after the Gatwick incident, so everyone was going nuts. Police were out there, traced it, watched it where it went, found the guy. He's been charged and prosecuted and fined something like £2,000 plus a couple of £100 for court fees and all this kind of thing. Newspapers were reporting he was a member of a local club. Speaking to members of the local club, he wasn't.
Oh, really?
That's about right.
Because there was, I heard. I mean, again, it's all rumors. I heard is it like a BMFA member or something? That not the case?
We don't know if he was BMFA, but speaking to the club that he's been reported in the newspapers as being a member of, he was never been a member of that club. So
I think the confusion there was there is a club that operates very close, but with permission, but he wasn't part of that.
And he wasn't flying there. And that even their site is outside of the 1 kilometer that is currently in place. So, there's all sorts of reasons why it would be fine to fly there.
Did they call it a drone? Because carrier bags are drones.
That's another interesting thing.
Drones.
Up until this court, so this was in Uxbridge Magistrates Court, Up until this was reported in the papers, I hadn't heard anything about Heathrow on Christmas Eve.
No.
So I can't find any trace of it being reported. So this seems to be, effectively, an unmanned aircraft incident that was completely unreported, which is interesting.
But on that
They don't
government
have any
consult-
physical pictures of it, though, do they?
No, but they
That's because it's not exciting to look at.
yeah.
They had a video at night that obviously was a helicopter now then.
Oh, well,
because-
you're thinking
is the
of the
different
other
thing.
Heathrow incident that was reported. That was
there was more than one. I can't keep up.
so the one that someone's been prosecuted for was on Christmas Eve, so
Right.
days after Gatwick, which up until now hasn't been reported on. The one that everyone knows about, where we don't know any more details about since then, was only a couple of weeks ago. So
Jack, can you read that thing out again, please?
I can't. I dropped my phone. It means getting it. Hang on.
Read what finger?
But according to the government consultation response, they have defined a drone as any small unmanned aircraft, which means
So-
traditional line of sight planes, which
also
means
included.
quads,
Yep.
whether FPV or not, helicopters. Basically, they say unless it's a balloon or a kite, if it's under control, it's a drone.
yeah.
Oh,
But,
What about those weird people that control line that stand in a circle and spin
Mm.
round till they get dizzy?
Interestingly,
Is that a drone?
they're
Don't
included.
say
Yeah.
weird, Jack. Don't say weird. That's the where the hobby started.
It is
Jack.
weird though.
It
They
is
normally
weird.
have got sandals on
But-
and white socks.
I tell you what, those
Started with a paper aeroplane.
But they
not-
are also included. But we will have hopefully some more interesting news on these sort of side of things next week after at least one of our correspondents has gone on a secret undercover mission.
I can't go. I'm dyslexic.
That's
what?
the point.
What?
Why
That's
are
what
we
they're looking for.
Why are we going rogue? This is ridiculous.
We're not going rogue.
We're going
infiltrating the
undercover.
CIA.
Why are you all setting yourself secret missions?
Because it's fun.
No, it's fun for you because
Yeah.
you treat us like little guinea pigs. He's already trying to clone me.
I do have a lot of medical information about you. I
I
will, get round to,
We
I will
all
get round to
do.
printing you at some point.
It's
Uh,
not
You already
easy to
printed
Slightly
get around.
creepy.
I printed your face. That's not printing you. That's
Oh
different.
my god!
Um,
You know that mad scientist from the series Archer. That's Frank. Kelsey, I'm very disappointed in your parents. They shouldn't let you watch that show.
I don't even know what it is.
Good.
I'm
Just
just
laughing politely because you're making weird references that no one understands.
If anyone in the chat knows, please support me.
I
But-
never understand Jack's references.
But moving
I
back
need-
to interesting guests this week. What are you guys flying at the moment? What frames and what flight controllers and all that kind of thing? What you found anything recently that's really got your interest?
Ladies first.
me. For freestyle, I've got the Schizo Nova frame, and then I've got the race flight board and 4-in-1 ESC.
Ooh,
And
you
then,
got the schizo.
Yeah,
How are you finding race flight? Did you used to fly beta flight before?
yeah. I used to fly Beta Flight, but
How did you find that transition?
That Jab's on next week as one of us.
I don't know. I find race flight smoother than Beta Flight, but the thing is like I can fly with race flight on my freestyle, but I could never tune it for my race ones, so my race drones are still on Beta Flight.
A lot of people say that.
I
You
do
said that,
exactly the
Joan.
same. Yeah, my freestyle is Kiss and my race is Beta.
I think that's why they changed the name to it's Flight 1 now, isn't it? Rather than Race Flight, perhaps.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought-
fine right now.
I thought that was two different forks. There was race one and there was flight one or whatever, or race
No,
flight.
it used to be called
No.
Race. It is now Flight 1. It used to be, was it Race, whatever it was. But it is
Oh,
now
right.
Flight 1. It's all Flight 1 now.
Right.
Because I think at one point the Schizo FC it was even branded as a Lumineer board quite a while
that's
back,
right.
but now it's been swapped over as a Flight One branded board.
So you mentioned earlier about I think you sort of jokingly said no one knows about us, but so is the idea to go to these events, and is it just UK events as well? I mean, there are a lot of events obviously that go on internationally. Are you planning on going there? And is that how you plan to sort of build the brand or get known in the UK more?
If I'm honest, we supply an awful lot to Europe. We probably send 60% of our stock into Europe. How that, dare I say it, how that's going to be effective when Brexit kicks in?
Oh, man, we're segueing into Brexit stuff.
Politicians. I mean, I have thought about going into Europe with racing competitions and stuff, but for this year, we're definitely looking just at the UK ones at the moment, so we can get out there. My biggest concentration at the moment is running the MotoGP down in the southwest, which you guys must come down and have a stab at.
Is there anyone else doing multi-GP events in the UK at the moment?
There are a couple of small clubs.
Suffolk, isn't it? No, yeah, Suffolk.
Yeah, there are a couple of small clubs around that have started doing it. But we, in our true style, we're kind of aiming big straight away. And the only way to obviously attract attention is to have bigger prizes at the end. Because if you do it as a fun fly, you generally people just don't tend to sort of turn up.
It's a long way to go down to southwest, so it's a trouble, isn't it?
It's even further if you're going down to James's.
Yeah.
Good weather though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
sometimes.
But yeah, it should be good. I mean, we need to do it. We don't generally tend to fly a lot together. Well, I say that. Me, Toby, and James fly an awful lot together, but we don't see Kelsey an awful lot because she's so far up north.
Yeah, a bit far away.
Up to north, like.
Up north.
Is she further north than Andy?
Yeah, can't you understand? It's like a noise when she talks. I'm like,
Oh my God.
well, I made Andy come on for some sort of translator. Like, what is she saying?
Oh dear. I mean, we all went to I-Series in Birmingham this end of last year because James was in it, so we went up to give him a bit of support, and they were doing a live broadcast as well. And when we put on the chat who we were, they were like, "Drone is who?"
I literally found you right via searching myself. I've got these. Hang on.
Every day.
First hit on Google.
No, I wasn't ego surfing.
Yeah.
I was searching for Thunder Power, right? And I was like, and I was searching through Thunder Power. Thunder Power don't list you as a retailer, right? So for a laugh, I emailed them like, "Where can I get Thunder Power from?" And they didn't even recommend you guys.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Shocking.
Like you just don't. Also,
it's
like,
crazy because it's losing them sales by not knowing who
Yeah.
sells their own kit.
yeah.
Did you know Thunder Power in the EU, or did you Thunder Power in the States?
I think the States guys. Yeah. Is there an EU brand? Because like they do like the Heli Nation guys and stuff like that. But yeah, like, and I was quite surprised because you do sell Impulse spare parts.
Yeah, we do.
But the Germans sell them cheaper. So I find it hilarious that you send to Europe and then we buy stuff from them.
Yeah, it's mad.
Like,
I mean, we'll import stuff from obviously Australia because that's where Impulse are.
yeah, good old Will.
And yeah, the amount that gets shipped out to Europe is unbelievable. I don't necessarily think it's frames in hire. I think it is generally just the spare parts.
Yeah, I think I bought I think it was an Alien arm off you guys. I bought a couple, a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's very handy because otherwise, it's
we definitely sell more spare parts for aliens than we do actually the actual frames themselves.
Yeah, that was very handy.
It's I don't know. It's weird because the import tax and the freight cost from foreign countries now is getting horrendous, and obviously it reflects on your price.
Yeah.
I can put. I mean, in Thunder Power are probably our worst. Not the worst supplier, but I mean they are worst for shipping because you have to effectively rent from UPS a fireproof crate that you're putting lipos in, because they will show you pictures of planes that lipos have gone up on and they're missing the complete tail end of the plane or the front nose cone of a plane. It's just horrendous. But they will literally charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to rent a crate to put these lipos in. So when you have to buy enough to justify your shipping costs.
But carrying a mobile phone on a plane is absolutely fine.
Or a laptop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or an entire bag full of lipo batteries.
Yeah,
we've all done that, haven't we?
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And some of them they try and put them in the hold, and you're like, no. Read your own rules. I print out the rules each time I go to the airport, and they say, "Oh no, you're gonna have to check that." I said, "No, it shows on your rules." Blah blah. I said, "Oh, it's too much. You got too much power." No, it shows on your rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose the rules are constantly changing. They can't keep abreast of them all the time, even as though it is their job. But
weren't you a survivor of going to Dubai?
Yeah. Went to Dubai. That was awesome fun.
Yeah, that must have been painful traveling.
There was huge worries about whether we were even going to be able to take lipos. So I think they shipped lipos over in the end, but we took lipos in our bags and we didn't get checked. But there was all these horror stories that everything was going to be taken and destroyed. There's some the prince had given them clearance to put stuff through, but obviously the airport doesn't know anything about that. But yeah, we got through it all. It was all awesome. Did
you manage to actually get paid for it?
Oh, what? Yeah. We got some money. Yeah.
Oh. That's a long time ago.
Oh, a long time. Yeah, was that beginning of 2016? I think it was, maybe.
Yeah. A few years back.
Awesome experience and amazing pilots there. I didn't even know who Min Chan Kim was at that time, but when him and Luke were in that final, that final battle was just absolutely epic.
Yeah,
and
that was good.
Yeah, and there was people like Dino there. You got all Chad and all that lot. Yeah,
Banny's too old now, isn't he? As soon as you get to a certain age, you slow down.
Yeah, he's past it. He's discovered women and cigarettes. That's it. He's downhill now. And alcohol.
Alcohol. That's it. He's out of it.
What is he smoking now?
Oh well, I don't know about that, but I know
these are all false allegations.
May or not may be true.
I can relate to this though because I've been flying since I was 7, and when
you hit 10, he started drinking.
It's the northern way. It'd be rude not to. It's how you survive the winter. Be drunk right the way through.
Sorry, Andy, carry on.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, carry on.
It's fine, my best friend Tony.
I'm sorry.
Next time I see Kelsey, she's just gonna punch me in the face. She's just gonna be like, "You dickhead!"
And isn't it about time that Kelsey started drinking then?
Oh no!
Don't. No, but people say to me, "Oh, I can see your flying's getting better." I'm like, I've been flying for 28 years. Trust me, it is only getting worse from this point on.
Eyes are going and my fingers are going. Yeah, I know.
Everything. Yeah.
Well, you burnt your thumb off.
I know. I'm glad I'm not lighting one of these yet. I hope no one donates anything. I don't want to. I don't want to light one.
Isn't there supposed to be some sort of competition you're meant to be reading out, Tony? That I have little to no idea.
I have no idea. I know Droney's Life is going to give away some stuff. Is that right, chaps? and
Yeah.
lasses.
How you want to do it? I thought I'd leave that up to you.
Oh God, I don't know. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will pick someone for next week. I don't know. Will that work, Frank? Or not?
I asked the guys earlier, how do you want to do it? And
No one knows. No one really has a good idea.
We haven't come up with a competition disclaimer.
A long day.
How about this? How about this then? Right. So we've currently got 94 people watching. The last time it was when it got to 100. Whoever first spotted it, getting it to 100, won. So get your mates
You need to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well.
Well, I'm having no part of this then. But I just thought we've got 94 people watching. If it gets to 100, that's how the last competition works.
And like and subscribe.
Must like and subscribe.
You must.
And click on the bell icon.
Picked. Yep.
Oh, it's gone down now. I've said that. 91.
It's only hit 96 so far, so everyone saying 100 in the chat now loses immediately.
That's harsh.
Rob Britton's still in with a chance.
We're just going to lose people. Oh, 95. Yep, going up.
It's going to take a while. We just sit here and watch it.
We haven't even told them what we're giving them away.
I do like Rob Britton's strategy of like basically like 94 and then counting up slowly and then hoping. That's unfair enough. Northerns with slow connections.
So what's up for grabs then?
What's up for grabs, Droney's life?
Yeah. Right, got a couple of frames.
Right, what's laying around?
I didn't remember. I forgot where I put them.
I've got a Mars bar here.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's this pile of cocaine. I can't give that
away. Got my tea, my leftover tea, some gin. We've got a couple of frames to give away. Some Strix RC frames. We got a Screech and a Screech R. Again, one's a freestyle frame and one is a racing frame.
I have the race one here.
Yeah, race
That's
one.
The race one.
Nice. Yeah, very nice frame. I do like that.
Yeah, it's really like I freestyle with this frame as well as race it. I got two. Freestyle one.
Show off.
Race one.
Thank you, Roman's King. There's your 2 sparklers for your $10 donation.
Doesn't he
Thank
get the
you very
big one
much
for that, Tony?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
No, that's over $20. That's $20 and over. That one is
It's going up.
We do have to pay for Tony's medical bill.
30.
We have to pay to redecorate his room as well.
Oh, mate, I know. What's so, Toby? What's your story? Because like I've never run into you at all.
No, I'm a bit of I've been a bit of a lone wolf for the first sort of 6 months of FPV. I didn't really fly with anybody. Just sort of freestyled on my own. Started getting into racing when I first met Shane. When was that? About a year ago.
Yeah, we found Andy RC in a cave, so
raised
how
him.
you feel like?
And this is that cave.
So reverted back. No, I've been flying for about 6 years. I started with Collective Pitch Helicopters. Was with them for ages.
Oh, so you're a maniac then?
Yeah, that hit me a few times.
Wow, I'm surprised you're still here.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to suck up
error.
for me, are you, Kels?
Well, she did. But yeah, I was doing that for ages, and then some friends local to me, they had some wizards, I think they were at the time, and it was just coincidence that we were at the same field flying, and had a go, flied FPV for the first time, and then ever since then the heli's been upstairs collecting dust. Engines all seized up, so we'll be leaving that for a while.
So it was
have taken over.
It was Nitro then as well.
Yeah, Nitro. Yeah, I had a 12S one, LiPo one, but that as soon as I got a Nitro one, that was it. It was just too addictive.
Did you do were you into 3D?
Yeah, 3D, cutting the grass and all that.
So do you do 3D FPV? Or
I've
not?
never done it. I've never done it. I prefer
Same
just,
here.
I just fly upside down with a normal ESC setup.
Yeah, same here. I want to try it. I keep saying I'll try it, but then don't. But yeah, I can do it in the simulator.
Yeah.
But I can do a
Go
trippy spin in the simulator. But at the weekend, I found out.
I don't know.
I found
I've still
out
got that clip.
I can't do it in real. No, I can't do it in real life.
What camera
it's
tilt do you
different.
run?
Yeah, it's all about the camera
It's all
tilt.
about yeah, I mean, like my freestyle rig's like it's like 65.
That's
65.
crazy. You see,
Yeah.
I'm more for the sort of slower cinematography,
Oh,
like
you can
35 degree.
65. You're just looking up at the sky. It's just really slow.
So is everybody? I know you'll do racing, but is everybody's passion into the racing, or is the freestyle, or is there a mix? And I'll put another question on there. Does anybody fly fixed wing as well? You've mentioned, Tony, you used to do helis, but
yeah,
anything
I've
else?
flown a little bit of fixed wing. This was years and years ago. But then when the helis came, I just found the synergy of a helicopter fascinating. How everything had to be like, obviously everything has to work immaculately for it to even fly. And then when I discovered the 3D side of it, with flying upside down and TikToks and all that kind of stuff, then that really captured like every interest that I had, maintaining the engine and all that. That was another interest that I had. I like working on engines, cars, and all that kind of stuff. And then
did you go far back as using mechanical gyros?
No, I always ran electronic ones. Yeah,
they were pretty mad.
yeah, obviously I had like a flybarred helicopter to start with that had like a really simple gyro, and then obviously when you go to like flybarless systems, like then it gets a little bit more complicated with the gyros. But yeah, I mean, electronics is also a passion of mine as well. So all of that working together, having a nitro engine with a load of electronics, with it having to all work together. I just found that captivating, and it just hooked me into this kind of hobby. And drones are the same. Everything has to work immaculately to a degree. Like everything has to work. It doesn't have to work immaculately.
Yeah, and nitro's so messy as well. It's almost as messy as when Jax left my car. And I have
grease everywhere, and
grease.
Only when I get into the back seat.
It's a part of the fun, isn't it?
I think we hit 100 just a minute ago, and now it's gone back down.
Did anyone
take note?
Now we're going to do a competition.
No, they did.
I've got the official stats up here, and it still says peak concurrent 99. So
we're going from Frank. We're going from Frank now.
Yeah, but didn't you say that was delayed though, Frank? Because some people are saying 101.
Yeah, but he's running.
I've got like the official back end numbers, so it's slower to update, but it will, if it updates anytime soon, it knows. Whereas anyone else out there, you've got to pace it, because you might get the wrong number from a server. Oh, it's maths.
Yeah, but is that fair though? Is that fair? If they can't see what you can see?
I hope you're not challenging Frank's authority, Andy.
They're going to have to submit screenshots.
Yeah, I suppose that's an idea, isn't it?
Mm.
But then, no, that's too complicated.
Kelsey, do you miss, like, since joining Drone is Life, do you miss, like, Tom now?
Well, I'm not, like, falling out with him.
Oh. Did he teach you everything he knew? Were you his Padawan? Because that's how I imagine it.
No.
He was like...
I remember going to quadcopters for the first time and meeting him, and I was like, oh my god, that's Tom Smith, like...
Yeah. He's really shy though. It's like, I felt like I was talking at him, and I was like, come on the show. And like, he won't come on the show because he's so shy.
He's such a nice guy, though.
Jump leads, battery, sponge.
I'm not sure shyness is the problem, because my friend said he spoke to him on the phone and he was very polite. Perhaps it's one of the hosts who maybe is quite flamboyant, that perhaps is keeping him away. But what I was interested
personal opinions don't reflect the show. What
I was interested to hear about is that I wasn't sure whether he still worked at Quadcopters, because I follow him on Instagram, and I noticed he's doing like tattoos. So does he still
I think
work?
he does 2 days work and 3 days tattooing. I'm thinking.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of posters of him doing tattoos.
I think he still works there.
Oh,
I think he still works there. We're still. Everyone's saying 100. Frank, have you hit 100 yet?
Doesn't say 100 here.
Oh,
it says 99. It says
People are
99.
People are getting annoyed.
I don't think this is fair.
I gave my suggestion of how this would run. Tony ignored it, so it's on Tony's head.
Hey, I'll light a firework in a minute.
People are leaving because they've just had enough of this.
We're sorry.
So,
how did you get into flying, Kelsey? What made you want to start flying?
yeah, especially
being a girl and just like doing it's not a boy thing, but it's like not very girly.
Looking at the demographics, it's quite
HBI guy, isn't it?
It was because it was weird, because Dad used to watch videos on YouTube, and I'd be like, "Oh, you're watching those stupid drone videos again." Like, I hated them at first, but then it was weird because we kind of put on like DRL, and then we started watching like Tom Smith and Johnny FPV.
Looks like someone wants to hurt you, Tony.
That's Menace RC donated that, so thank you very much.
In your mouth, Tony.
Do you Drone is Life? Do you supply Menace RC?
I'm seeing 103. I'm seeing 103 now.
Yeah, 103.
103. Come on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've got 102.
Cheers, Greg.
So Andy, can you work out who is now the winner?
Work out the winner, and then we go back to Kelsey, because I didn't hear what she said. She said something about her dad said she was watching drones and stuff, and it was rubbish. And carry on, Kelsey, while Andrew sorts out the winner.
Dad used to watch them on YouTube, and I didn't like them at first. Like, I thought it was well boring. But then I remember we watched like DRL, and then we started watching like Willard and Joddy and Tom on YouTube, and then we ended up going to the drone show in 2016.
All right, wow.
And we ended up buying our first drone like parts, and I remember just coming home, we had like a box, we were like, what do we do with this now?
What
like
do we do now?
the parts.
Back to YouTube.
Yeah.
Back to YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube for like a month trying to figure it all out, and then it just kind of went from there. Like a couple months after building it and trying it out, like I made the Instagram.
And then you're hooked, and you've got loads of people following you.
Are you on TikTok because you're like an exennial?
No.
You're
on TikTok.
Are you addicted
Me?
to FPV? Do you love it?
Yeah, I think it's really good. I just think it's fun. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Translate, Andy.
As Tony said, though, as Tony said, his own little way, it's not much of a girl thing. So what do your friends think? Have you ever tried getting other people into it? Because it's like, I can kind of see, if you came along and saw a bunch of racing videos, they're kind of hard to see. You don't really get the fun of it until you start seeing really cool freestyle. You've jumped in, and it's like, this is cool, but you're in a very small minority. Unfortunately, there's not many young girl pilots joining up. It's all sad old guys like us mainly.
Yeah.
Sad old git section.
What's going wrong? Why isn't it attracting more people?
I don't know, really.
Not good enough. Find out.
No,
do you have any friends that have shown an interest? Because what I found amazing following your channel was watching you start off, and then now I watch your videos and I'm like, wow, like,
she's too good now, isn't she?
She is
really
she is like amazing. Like I could not compete on that level. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, do you have any friends that like sort of you've managed to convince, or is it not the case and it's sort of separate from that kind of thing?
Well, my friends from school kind of they do support it, but they wouldn't do it themselves, I don't think, to be honest. I don't think they'd be interested in doing it. They support me. I don't.
There's some
Yeah, my
that's
friends
some of
do
that
it.
fine northern internet there, guys. That hamster snuffed it. Is that how
I
it
thought
works?
James was going to be the worst.
Do you actually know when your video freezes? Because I've never seen mine freeze.
No.
But no, yeah, we didn't hear that. Sorry, could you repeat that, please, if you can remember? If you can't remember, don't worry.
No, I remember. I was just saying, like, my friends from school now, they do like support me in it. I don't think they would be interested in actually starting flying themselves, but they support me and like they watch my videos and they follow me on Instagram. But there was a whole thing like a year ago with some people from school who were a bit like funny with me doing.
Were they bullying you? Because you go and tell them that that's my job. Both our parents are there, and I got this menace sticker. I was trying to find a space in the goggles, couldn't find any, and I was like, I just stuck it on her forehead, and then like walked. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No, I didn't get bullied over it. It was more of like I would rather go out flying than go places. Well, not that. Let me rephrase that.
You'd
Andy?
rather go flying than clubbing.
She can't.
Good,
she probably
good girl. Your dad likes that.
She probably can't say what I'm going to say, but I'm older, right? So when I was at school and doing this, I got bullied for doing it because it was just so different, and I think I can say that now because I don't see any of those people anymore. But I think when I was in school and flying, there was definitely a jealousy there, but that was from lads. There was a jealousy there that even though like this is such a pathetic story. The way that I got into RC is I bought the stuff myself, right? So, and Jack's gonna love this stuff. I don't know if I've told you this story, Jack.
Come on, tell the nation.
Okay, every Friday we did the Friday Big Shop, right?
Is that like the big light we can turn on in the living room and not the lamp?
All the northern people.
Big light on.
Friday Big Shop.
The Friday the northern event of the week.
Go on, Andy. Pick up bag of spuds.
So on said Friday Big Shop, you used to have to put £1 in the trolley, right?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
This is how you started flying.
I swear, I promise you.
It all started with a pat. What is with you Northerners and telling stories? Like you start, you stop, and then it's like, light the campfire.
Well, what used to happen was after the Friday Big Shop, my nan, who came with us, would give me the £1 out of the trolley. I saved them up for about
20,000 years.
20,000 years. And I bought a nitro plane and gear out of the paper, and I think it was probably assumed by the people who were like bullying me that I got it all bought for and all this business. But no, I worked hard for that £1.
You didn't work. You just took it off your granny.
No, I
you
didn't.
Stole it from your nan.
Emotional blackmail.
I had no obligation to go to this Friday. I pushed the trolley around. I put stuff in the bags.
Did work for it. You pushed the trolley.
If you ask me, that's below minimum wage. But anyways, that was what happened to me.
It's still probably a better rate than you get for doing YouTube now, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is the rate for YouTube?
Jack,
what are you doing on the side to survive? I'm fascinated.
Yeah. Who are you asking?
You.
Me. I eat
legally. I have to only ask you. Sorry.
I eat 87 pence rice every single day.
Oh, no. If you would like to support a poor FPV, you could donate to your Patreon. Your Patreon's more than ours.
I want to ask Jab the same question. How did you start, and what do you prefer, racing or freestyle? Because you're like me, you kind of do a bit of both.
Yeah. Well, I started with RC cars when I was a kid and doing racing with the old Mardo stock cars. The mini little car, you used to love that. That got the competitiveness. But then I started flying little planes and stuff. Then had about a 2-year break, and I watched David Weisel video where he's
Windsdale.
Yeah, I watched one of his videos, and he was chasing some guy flying a plane, and then he flew past himself and went round a chimney and that lot. And from that second I seen that video, I was like, that's it, I must have that in my life. So my first initial FPV flight was beginning of 2012. And that was on a classic Rabbit flight controller. Yeah, it's just been addicted ever since. Started with close proximity, and then 2014 the first racing sort of got onto the scene. And I thought I was addicted at that point, but then after that first race, or after that first day of racing, I was just like, this is even more ultimate. This is amazing. And yeah, just been addicted ever since. And I still get even more addicted each time I go out and fly. You know, it's like those little rushes of adrenaline and stuff, and that can be got from racing, freestyle, just pottering around. I love it all. Love it all.
Yeah, I love it all. You were the first British champ as well, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Freestyle, isn't it?
No, that was
racing. Yeah.
Dan Waring is still currently the British FPV.
Yeah, because there's never been another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must ask Jeb about his crashes as well, because I don't think anybody's had such epic things as him. He's had at least 2 videos of just crashing into a river, and at least one where he has to get a diver to get it back. So every time I talk to him, I say, are you flying near a river again? Has anybody had better crashes than having to get a diver out to get their quad back?
No.
I'll just put that to everybody, because I don't know if it's possible or
A
not.
buzzer ain't gonna fix that.
I had a crash on Christmas Day last year.
Ooh.
What did you crash into? Did you hit Santa?
It went into a pond, and it's still there in that pond.
No!
You never leave a catch driver out.
We were there. It was in the middle of like a business park, and it was like this park in the middle, and it had a pond in, and I hit like a branch that I just didn't see in the FPV feed, and I just span out. And for like 3 or 4 Sundays after, we were out there like every day. We actually made friends with the security guy on the premises, because we had the canoe on the pond and everything, trying to get it out. We thrown rakes in on like ropes and dragging them in, trying to rake it up. And we couldn't
magnet fishing. Oh no, he had aluminium.
We like tried everything. Yeah. We like tried everything, and we just never found it.
Oh man!
Some of the old magnet fishers, man, they love that sort of stuff.
Yeah, they love a challenge.
Yeah. I mean, you won't get your GoPro footage back because of the strength of the magnet. The SD card. Whatever's on that SD card will look like some sort of acid strip. But I don't know.
Batwoman FPV in the chat says our daughter's 5 and loves flying her little drone, and our boy's only 16 months and he's obsessed. So fingers crossed. Well, there could be another one coming out through the ranks.
Dom Robinson in the chat.
Hello, Dom Robinson.
Hello. Curry Kitten, I almost called you your real name then. You posted a question. Do you want to read that out quickly?
It's all right. It does say my name there. It's not a secret. Let's have a look. Romanus King has asked Shane, James, and Toby if they have bought a jumper for the lady who owns the stables yet. That sounds like an inside knowledge.
Right, let us in, please. We want to know.
Who's telling this story then?
Not me,
Can you say that again?
Not us. I ain't got a clue.
Go on, Shane.
No, I didn't hear it properly. Go on, say it again.
Says, ask Shane, James, and Toby if they have bought a jumper for the lady who owns the stables yet.
Oh my god!
Have you?
Do we need to have another disclaimer for this bit?
Let's throw out we are all idiots, so we are not liable for anything. Anything you do here on him.
Just pin it up in the corner.
Maybe complete.
Right. Okay. Every Monday evening, we hire out a stable just outside of Plymouth, and it's where they do dressage for the horses. And the owner, Kim, is constantly complaining it's cold. Because it is in the middle of nowhere.
Cold. It is cold. Yeah. I bring a hot water bottle.
But she's never ever once asked me for a jumper.
She'll still get her one.
I think you better give her your jumper.
She has now.
See, if she has to ask, it means you're not taking enough notice of her. I think it works like that,
She doesn't
doesn't it?
stay around because she's too busy wandering off for a glass of wine.
All right. Well, that is quite a weird question.
It's a bit odd.
So
Sounds
we've
like there's
got-
a hidden agenda there. I reckon it came from that lady herself. Oi, buy me a jumper is
Who's
essentially
show-
the message.
who's showing some FPV footage? That
I was
they
going to say, he is, isn't he?
can watch?
Yeah.
That's the horse place.
Right.
That is very bad, Curry.
Right. Audio
Wasn't
Geek
muted.
asks,
Wait,
Frank,
wait a
what
sec.
was the record live viewers, by the way? And we're going to play a little game, a little segment, and then
Oh God, is this new that no one knows about?
and
Oh,
Not even
then
the host.
I dread to think.
and then we'll announce the winner, which Frank has found out. Oi, Kelsey FPV, you're Northern.
Oi,
Give us some
Wait,
slang,
wait. You
and we'll
should
try and work out what it is.
you should explain what this, because this segment's been going on for a while. Because apparently they class me as Northern, even though I'm not. So they.
You do say big shop and turn big light on. That is.
Yeah. And
You
you are
compared to us,
north
mate.
of Watford, are you not? That's
Is-
north.
It's Big Shot. I thought Big Shot was a national thing.
No,
Mate,
that's
that
northern.
ain't normal.
Very north.
Kelsey, are you aware of Big Shot? Do you know the word Big Shot? There you go. So it's
She's
not
a
Northern.
classy girl. Look at her, man. She's got like a ring lamp. She gets all her food from Ocado or avocado. I never know I've never once ordered from. She
Oh,
hasn't
look,
got to
it's-
hunt and kill it like us two.
that was
I
like
think-
Kelsey just got Ocado shamed there. She was such in denial.
I think
Available
I've
for
never
legal
got
reasons.
anything from that.
Uh-huh.
I think the
thinks the
Friday
lady-
Big Shot. I think the Friday Big Shop's a generational thing as well, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's
It's
old
like-
people.
Like people, yeah. Well, like you can just go to the shop whenever you want now, but it used to be just like where
That's
Did-
because
did the Big
everyone
Shop-
back in the day had a chest freezer, which you could put a person in.
Just to
Room
ask,
called a
Andy,
pantry.
did the big shop close on a Wednesday afternoon as well?
what I don't get that reference. What do you mean?
The
Oh.
shops, they always used to close on Wednesday
Close.
afternoons
Ah.
in the olden
Yeah.
days.
Oh yeah, that's true. In fact, yeah, they do. Yeah, they're all 24 hours now, aren't they? Yeah. So
Right,
so
Frank.
anyways, back to the segments then. So Kelsey's got to come up with a northern term, and we've got to guess what it means, right?
You're not allowed to play because you're Northern.
What was I don't
Quick,
know.
ask your dad.
I don't know. Give me some Wigan. Some Wigan.
Do you
I-
listen to Nightcore?
I've got one. If she can't
Go on,
come up
then.
with one.
Yeah.
Go on, then, Andy.
Tin tin tin.
Tin, tin, tin.
Tin, tin,
Isn't
tin.
that just like
Isn't
Is that when you
Tintin?
start your moped to go to up the big shop?
No.
is it how many food that you're allocated to buy in the big shop? Tin, tin, tin. Not right.
So all we can
I know what it
afford
is. I
up
know what it
north
is.
So
It isn't in the tin.
Correct.
Yes.
really?
Brilliant.
Tin, tin, tin means it
Tin,
isn't in
tin,
the
tin.
tin.
Tin tin tin.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just
That
That's
is
really quite
well
bad.
northern. You
How
could, like,
often do
Bill.
people ask what's
I'm never
is the
gonna.
thing in the tin? Tin,
I'm
tin,
never-
tin.
I'm never gonna like lose this northern thing now. I've come up with that. Have I?
Jeez, that's
Uh,
weird.
Set yourself up now, Andy.
Right, Frank, who is the winner?
So the official numbers say that we hit 100 concurrent viewers at exactly 8:47 p.m. And the first person in the chat to say 100 after that time was Aries. So,
hey, well done, Aries.
Drop us a message through all the ways. Let's join out at gmail.com or Facebook or Instagram or anything you can think of. We'll probably get it.
And make
Let us know what your address is.
Yeah. and make sure that you agree to the GDP so that we can pass it on to Drone's life, and that you are actually over 18.
GDPR, you mean?
Yeah, over 18. And live in the UK. Thank you. You've been listening to Let's Drone Out. You've been joined by Andrew / Frank.
Goodbye.
Andy RC. Tin Tin Tin.
Good evening, everyone.
Jab 1A, the guy with the most crashes.
Have a good one, guys.
Kelsey FPV.
She can't stop
laughing. Before she goes, what's she laughing at?
Me, probably.
The show is just brilliantly entertaining.
No, you were about Northerner like things. And when I was dad, I tried to think of one. I've just thought of one. It was Babby's Yed.
Oh?
What?
Babby's Yed.
What was it again?
Babby's Yed.
Babby's Yed.
Is the baby dead?
Stick pudding from the chippy.
It's steak pudding from the chippy.
Oh, I don't even know what stick pudding is.
That would be more chippy.
Pudding, and we would have gone, what the hell's that?
We got one word from that, and that was chippy. All the rest was the same.
All the rest is
He's talking to a seagull, isn't it?
What the hell is stick pudding? Never heard of it.
Sounds like it could be vegan, Tony.
Right, mate.
Right, we've been joined by Toby.
See you later.
Thank you. Shane from Drone This Life.
Night, guys.
Thank you very much. My little Tony.
Bonjour.
I'd give you my £1 from my big shop. And
There's a picture of it. Look.
It's an upside down pie. From Tin Tin Tin.
I come out of the tin.
Yeah, once you take that out, the tin.
Maybe the word was supposed to be steak, but in northern terms, it's translated to stick.
Oh.
And everyone's favourite Cokin.
Good night.
And I've been Bright Until I Fly. Thank you. You've been listening to Let's Drone Out. Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up if you liked this session, and we'll catch you next week, 8 till 9 p.m. GMT every Thursday. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, everyone.